Hello and welcome back to Robinsunne Art Studio. My name is Robinsunne. Please absolutely do like and comment and subscribe and share this video if you like this video. So I have some paper cutting to do, and clearly I've already been paper cutting. I need to make some full page paper cuts. So, I meant to bring the package. When you buy big sheets of origami paper, which is my favorite paper cutting paper, when you buy this online, and my favorite brand is Aitoh, Aitoh. It comes at like 9 3/4 inches long, I think. 9. Yeah. And so basically this is the size of paper I'm using here, 8.5 by 11. So I cut it to be, it's 9 3/4 square, and I cut it to be a little narrower so that it will fit on a piece of paper pretty well. So it is, by the way, that narrower cut is 7 1/4. I don't know. I just kind of eyeballed what would be the best shape. So I have a rectangular piece of paper which was a challenge to me for years and years, how to cut a rectangular piece of paper. And I know I've shown you this before, but I don't know. I thought I'd show you again. Because if you fold it, in half and in half, you still end up with a rectangle. And so if we were to, make fold it into a triangle, then it's uneven, and that's not what you want. So I figured it out one day. So I folded this paper in half and in half, and these are the open edges, and these over here are the folded edges, right? So on the corner that has all the open cut edges, not the folds, we want to sort of mentally go, wait a minute, this isn't quite straight. I'm using the back of my thumbnail, which I find to be a rather, I just press my finger down and end up catching the back of my nail. So instead of using the edge of my fingernail, which makes me want to scream, but also it wears away at the paper, which isn't probably a good idea. So putting my finger on this the open edges, the cut edges, not the folded edges, but the cut edges. Put my finger there and fold a triangle. Okay. So then you line it up so that it's as much as you can. I have found this very, very hard to do perfectly. Something is always slightly askew. And then we have this little rectangle down here. So what I do is fold this up. Now, except for this little piece right here, so if you forget that, we've got, when you're cutting snowflakes, which is the kind of cuts I do, we start off with a triangle. So we have that, except for this little weird triangle here. So I'm gonna open this up. This is the folded edge there, and you have a straight fold across there. So I'm going to fold this up. And this fold is already going in the right direction. This one you have to crease backwards, inside out. That's okay. It goes pretty well. And then flip it over, and you'll see that same straight line again. So we'll fold it up, and again, this fold is folded in the correct direction, and this fold has to be folded inside out. So there we go. So then I have a fold going up here, and it already naturally wants to go in this direction, so we'll go with it. And then one side or the other is going to have a fold where you can fold that into a triangle, and it's already kind of naturally headed, folded in that direction. So fold that. Now we're going to start really pressing some of those creases. Now this one has to be folded inside out, which is where we start getting edges that don't match because they're mad. You're making them fold forwards and backwards. So do the best you can. And now that we're down to our final triangle, I like to use a bone folder to really make sure that those folds are as flat and clear as you can get them. Okay, so now we've got this folded point where all the papers fold together, and then we have this edge that's open, right? Just to orient yourself, this is going to be the outer edge of the paper cut, and this will be sort of the center. And now we can cut some shapes. Like usually what we're cutting is half a shape, so half a mandorla, half an almond shape. Oh, I wanted to show you. I was collecting all the little pieces of inner bits here, and I thought, oh, that would make a pretty ta-da! So I unfolded them and made a picture. And I actually have a stitching plan for that. I'm going to cut another mandorla there. I hope you can see all this okay. This is the corner edge. It's all open, and the point comes up to basically, you know, these outside corners of the rectangle. So I'm going to cut sort of a mandorla shape there. Now I'm going to echo or ripple cut that, kind of follow the same shape on the inside as I did on the outside. And cut a little distance. I think I'm going to do a kind of spiral just because I often do and I like them. Now this line, you see, this is a straight edge and this is a straight edge, but this right here is a curved edge. So instead of cutting straight down here, I'm going to curve that line to kind of echo there imperfectly, but yet curved. I'm going to curve this a little bit and come up a ways there. Now I'm going to cut some space between the two edges of the spiral. Hope you can see that. And this last cut, I'm going to fold kind of a special little diamond shape so that it comes to a point. Okay. And now we get to unfold this. Da, 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 da. So we've got this. Just checking the time. Now I bend, as I open this up, I always bend the folds backwards. Otherwise, when you get it all open, it's a little hard to see the pattern. And they won't lie flat, so then it's hard to store. So I just like to unfold as I go. Then I catch a couple of folds at the same time. Now, again, the back of my fingernail, just kind of iron the little pleats here. And even just the warmth of your finger can get that to lie pretty flat. So there we are. We've kind of got, these were those lines that we folded back on each other. So we kind of have made two different center points, and then they meet right here in the middle. But this is cool. It kind of makes this egg shape. Very wonderful. I think this is a perfectly successful paper cut. That's really fun. We have a few minutes, and I think that I can do another cut. I'm going to try purple because I like purple. Amy will laugh at me, or laugh with me, but I really do like purple. Anyway, okay, so again, we're folding it in half and in half, and then we have another rectangle. So we find that corner that has all the cut edges, put your finger on it, and fold the triangle. And again, you'll see that leaves you with this semi-awkward little leftover space. So we will fold that up to make a crease. Then open the paper and in a sec. Got that fold line going right across there. So we're going to fold up, and we're going with one of the folds, and kind of the other side has to be folded inside out. Only on this one they have to both be a little recreased. And flip it over. All right. And again, here I will see that already folded line. And next we're going to fold this way, and you can see that there already is a fold right there, and this is the direction it wants to go, so we'll follow that. The only thing is you have to kind of make sure everything's really matching up as much as you can. And again, I will tell you, I have never gotten this perfectly. And then one way wants to curve like that. So let's start on this side where the fold is already kind of saying, yeah, let's go that way. So we'll fold into a triangle. Make that fold as well as you can with just the warmth of your fingers. And then fold the back to the back. There we go. And then we can take a bone folder. You can also use the, if you have a hard-handled plastic scissors, you can use that. This fits in my hand a little better. Oh, I wasn't going to fold it this way. Sorry. Never mind. My other favorite color, blue. I want to show you a different kind of a fold. So this is going to be a fan fold, and I know you already know how to do a fan fold. So we've folded it in half. Now we're gonna fold the front to the front. And flip it over and fold the back to the back. All this does is make the folds a little bit more perfect, a slight bit more perfect. Now I could leave it there, but I'm not going to. See? Just a fan fold. I'm going to fold this out to the edge again, and we're going to have a sort of skinny. Fold it over. Match up that edge as neatly as you can. Our eyes and our brains are sufficiently amazing that we will notice if these are closer to being the exact same size or less close. Don't make yourself crazy and need them to be perfectly close. That would make me crazy. Maybe it wouldn't make you crazy. Just do your best. Okay, so on one of these folds, we have the edge of the paper, so you can see the white backside of the folds. And so that's that side. On this side, you can only see the folds. So as I'm cutting, I just want to be sort of aware that this is going to be the edge of the paper, and this will be, all of these folds are going to be interior folds. Just something to sort of notice. So, you know what? Let's start off with a star. And I'm doing this on the interior fold so that I will have whole stars. If you cut on this edge that has the edge of the paper, you'll get half a star on this side and half a star on that side. But if I do it all on the inside folds, then now this just takes practice and having drawn 10 gazillion stars in my lifetime. This will be a 5-pointed star. How'd I do? That's pretty good. It's kind of a wide star. Tell you what, I'm going to make this one, this point, a little bigger. And that should help that out. I hope. That top point is still going to be a little short. It'll be all right. I'm going to try to make a person, and this is just practice. This is a person's head, and shoulder, neck, and arm, torso, elbow, now I'm hoping that you remember this. We don't want to cut all the way through, or else we cut the paper cut in half, which is not what we want. Let's make some rays of light coming from the star. Let's have some rays coming out here. And some coming to shine upwards. All right, so their hands are kind of bent at the elbow, and they will end up going kind of palm to palm. Let's give these people shoes. I guess they're wearing pants. And give them a little belt there. And I guess these are going to be sort of wide cuffed pants. Something tells me I'm cutting this wrong, but I think it's still going to work out. You know what? I'm going to add another star right here. Make that top point. Now this is on the outside edge, so it is going to end up on the edges of the paper being just half of a star, but I still think it's going to look cute. All right, let's see if I did what I hope I did. feeling that I have to open this up pretty fast because sometimes my phone stops a little early. Well, I think it's early. Yeah, I think these legs on these people, their pants, have worked out okay. Oops. Sorry, I'm doing this quickly. If we were sitting together in the same room, I would do this more slowly. So, can you see their heads and their hands coming palm to palm with each other, and a star in between, and their pants and their shoes, and the star on top of their heads, because maybe these are star beings. So I think my phone is going to like it if I end very soon. So my wishes for all of us are that we are the star beings in the lives of the people around us, that we bring light. You and I bring light to our families and our communities, and we are the magic. We bring light to ourselves too. So I imagine these little sparkles flying out around the world in both directions. I'm here in Maine, across North America, across the Pacific Ocean, across the Atlantic Ocean, and over to Europe, and meeting somewhere in Asia. Have a lovely week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.